Minister in the Trinamool government, Dr. Shashi Panja, is with us live for a reaction on what the parents of Abhaya have just said. Dr. Panja, welcome. Ma'am, I hope you've heard what the parents of Abhaya have just said, about the Chief Minister, about the investigation. Your reactions, ma'am.
No, could you just tell me what they have said?
They've said that they've got no faith in the investigation. They say that the Chief Minister doesn't understand their pain. They've reiterated some of their earlier allegations, Dr. Panja, about how they were made to wait for many hours after being told what had happened and that there was a lack of clarity in the initial days.
Now, one at a time. Yeah. The point is that the CBI is now investigating the case. Correct. That you know. 3 days, yes. For 3 days, the Kolkata police had investigated. There was an immediate arrest, and the accused is in now the correctional home. He is under also various questioning, etc. That's one. That was very immediately. And of course, then on directions of Kolkata High Court, it has been transferred to CBI. We are all waiting. Now, yes. First and foremost, it is very natural that the parents will be aggrieved. The parents are obviously, they have lost their child, and we are absolutely appreciating the sentiments of the parents, and we are taking it in our stride. But we wish to, in all honesty and with all humility, say that we are trying our best. We tried our best. There may have been procedural lapses. Supreme Court is now hearing the case, and we hope if we are, all the lapses which have happened, etc., will be looked into. But besides that, we are also waiting for complete identification of the culprits. After one culprit who was arrested, no more arrests have been made. So we also understand the grief that why there is no conclusion of the investigation and when. What is the timeline like? And we are not defending ourselves. We are just putting forward the reform-based approach also, which the government Didi announced through her in a political gathering maybe, but she announced, and we've already, the West Bengal Legislative Assembly is being convened for 2 days very urgently, because the law for death penalty is for quick, swift action in such cases, so that this is to be passed in the legislature. So, appreciating all these sentiments, they have mentioned, especially, in the very early hours, that about the death, etc. We are not saying we are perfect. We will have our set of imperfections. But ultimately, it's the CBI which is now investigating, and we need to know the names of the culprits, whoever, one, many, etc. And this conclusion has to be arrived at as quick as possible. We are also waiting for the hearing on 5th September.
Dr. Panja, putting all the politics aside, and I understand all that you've just said. I accept it. I take it on face value. But seeing the parents in this particular way, and it's been 3 weeks since the crime took place. Why doesn't the leadership just reach out to the parents? I'm sure Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister, had met them in the initial days, but is there some kind of conversation going on between the Chief Minister and the parents? Because it seems like they feel like they've been cut loose.
No, it's not really like that. It's not. That would be misrepresentation, because Chief Minister reached out to them as early as probably the second day.
Correct.
The first day she was away in district visit. She reached out to them, and that day everything was spelled out. These were initial days as to what their, what they feel and what they want and things like that. And it's very unfortunate that Chief Minister was ridiculed by some people, and I'm not bringing in any politics. I'm just trying to say that the Chief Minister was ridiculed when she told them and asked them about the compensation. Because this is in times of need and this is by the law that she had asked, compensation. But would have. And they said, we don't need it now, we'll do it after. We are really now worried for this. And the culprit was also held, and that was also, and of course now it's CBI. Also looking for the answer. And we are waiting for CBI to complete its investigation, which we have been saying, all politics aside, again, there's no politics, that there should be a lot swifter action, faster, with a defined timeline. And that's what we are waiting for. And I think the Supreme Court, as I said, is a very important hearing again on this.
Dr. Panja, just one last question, and again, I mean this with the greatest of respect, which is, in the voice and the words of the parents, at least one feels that, so much energy has been put into fighting the political aspect of this, that the human touch is missing. Perhaps someone like a Mamata Banerjee, who is no stranger to the human touch, a person who knows how to reach out to citizens, maybe that's the only thing that's missing in this case. And these are the parents of Abhaya, after all.
No, I don't really want to resort to a blame game, but now it is quite open as to who really tried to digress this issue from the investigation onto taking it off, carrying it in political agenda. Now it is there in open, and I don't know, no point trying to blame BP or who is with them, PM, etc. You see, this should not have taken. We have focused on the investigation. What we saw over the past 2 or 3 days in Kolkata and Bengal is uncalled for. It was to be was it a demonstration for justice, or was it for the CM's resignation? I mean, were they asking for justice through such a violent demonstration? Injuring people, injuring policemen, public damage, property damage, and ruining everything. So this is the politics that we are condemning, because by trying to, deal Bengal. So there is sometimes who is the chief administrator of the state has checked, and this is what happened yesterday, that this concerted effort of our opposition party who politically decimated to the popular vote, cannot take revenge in this fashion. We should all set aside our political differences when it comes to cases like rape and have a consensus against it.
Dr. Shashi Panja, thanks.
It's not rhetoric. It is really genuine when she felt yesterday in her speech when she addressed the gathering. Look how they misinterpret. It's so unfortunate. She has not given a veiled threat to the doctors at all. She is someone who's risen out of andolans and movements, and she endorses and with the cause of the students, the protesting doctors. Look at the way are being misguided. The protesters said, we are not asking for resignation of Chief Minister. Today you have a narrative in which your misinterpretation of what Didi said. Oh, that was a real threat.
Dr. Panja, there are many of your colleagues who've been labeling India Today in various different ways, but you'll be happy to know that the report that comes up right now on our channel is precisely about what you've talked about. Here's a report telling our viewers, and I thank you, Dr. Panja, for speaking to us. Here's a report telling our viewers about how the Bengal Chief Minister has clarified and said that she had never threatened any of the protesting doctors. Take a look at this report.
The political face-off over the RG Kaur hospital rape and murder horror escalates. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, in her biggest attack on the BJP, has warned that if Bengal burns, it will spread to other states.
Modi Babu, আপনার পার্টিকে দিয়ে আগুন লাগাচ্ছেন, মনে রাখবেন, বাংলায় যদি আগুন লাগান, আসামও থেমে থাকবে না, নর্থ ইস্টও থেমে থাকবে না, উত্তরপ্রদেশও থেমে থাকবে না, বিহারও থেমে থাকবে না, ঝাড়খণ্ড থেমে থাকবে না, উড়িষ্যাও থেমে থাকবে না, আর দিল্লিও থেমে থাকবে না। আপনার চেয়ারটা আমরা টলমল করে দেব।
Mamata's statement made on Wednesday provoked angry reactions from BJP chief ministers, including Himanta Biswa Sarma of Assam, N. Biren Singh of Manipur, and Mohan Majhi of Odisha, who accused her of sowing seeds of hatred across the country. The BJP, seizing the moment, sharpened its attacks.
मैं मोदी जी को गिरा सकती हूं, इतना ताकतवर लीडर बंगाल का है, वो सब बोल सकती है. She is now very scared due to massive mass movement against this misrule.
बंगाल में कोई कानून नहीं रह गया है. सरकार में बैठे हुए लोग वहाँ आतंक मचाए हुए हैं, लोगों को प्रताड़ित कर रहे हैं, हत्या कर रहे हैं, लूट कर रहे हैं। वहाँ सरकार नहीं चल रही है, वहाँ तो सरकार के नाम पर गुंडागर्दी चल रही है। तो ऐसे सरकार पर तो तुरंत कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए।
The BJP's ally, the JDU in Bihar, has denounced Mamata's statement.
जो अफसोसजनक है, निंदनात्मक है और स्वतंत्र भारत में कभी ऐसे अवसर देखने को नहीं मिले जब किसी प्रदेश का चुना हुआ मुख्यमंत्री अन्य राज्यों के अंदर भी दखल दे करके विद्रोह जैसी स्थिति पैदा करने की धमकी दे रहा।
The Congress, a national ally of the Trinamool, took a more cautious approach.
Calcutta doctors' rape has only made this issue a bigger issue now, and now everybody is turning towards it, and we are now need to concentrate on the real issue. We should be careful that we should not be dragged into the diversion politics of BJP. We should concentrate on the women's security and our daughters' security.
Mamata Banerjee on Thursday toned down her position. In a post on social media, the Chief Minister alleged the BJP, with the support of the Government of India, is threatening democracy in her state and trying to create anarchy. Mamata clarified that she never threatened protesting doctors. With Ritik Mondal in Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.